Right, so hello there guys, I'm Rizzo Gaming, and I know there's no there's no webcam for this video. There's a reason for that. When I do a webcam on my videos on PC, I haven't actually worked out how to get it to work properly yet, but I am trying to figure that out. So for now, while I do this video, I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna go without a webcam until I figure it out. So as you saw with the title, we are reading some entitled parents on Reddit today. We're doing r/entitled parents. You've probably seen other videos on this. Like I know Minilad has done a video on this before. I know, and some other YouTubers have as well. So I'm just gonna get four different ones, and then that's just gonna be it. So let's get started. So the first one that I saw when I first came onto r/entitled parents was cousin thinks I'm his nanny. So we're just gonna read that one. So cousin thinks I'm his nanny. Right. So my cousin's girlfriend had a baby around the same time I did. Which, if you've read my posts, then you know all of this happened many years ago. My child was shunned and unwanted by my family, but my cousin's child was welcomed even though they were living off the system, and the mother was the child of illegal immigrants, whom my family protected. As soon as this kid was born, my cousin started asking, then demanding I babysit, because until my son started school, I was a stay-at-home mom while my husband worked. I watched the brat a few times, and he is incorrigible. I don't know how to say that word. Incorrigible. Got it, incorrigible. He is violent even to this day. He would not listen to me, would destroy my home, and ended up hitting my son in the face with a metal model car. When I told my cousin I won't be watching him anymore, he didn't seem to take me seriously, and even had his dad try to bully me into watching the kid. The final straw was my son's birthday, and we had planned on going to a movie. We were getting ready to walk out the door when I was a vehicle pull up, and it took me a minute to register who it was. My uncle brought the child to the door along with my cousin's wife, and the exchange went like this. Okay, so I'm going to read who it is, and then read the rest. Uncle, hello Op. We're dropping child off for you to watch tonight because we've got somewhere to go. The someone turned out to be my other cousin. The uncle's at the son's wedding reception, and because of the child's behaviour, they didn't want him there. Me. I'm sorry, but we're getting ready to leave. I've also told you all that I'm not babysitting him anymore. At this point, I get my son into his coat, and my husband comes into the foyer. H. What's going on? Why is Uncle here with the kid? By the way, H is husband. You his uncle, obviously. So, Uncle, we need you all to watch him for a while. My uncle had already set the floor, and he was glaring at my kid. H. Nope, we're going to a movie. You have to find somewhere else. You. We'll take him with you then. Or just don't go. H. Ha. Not to both of those. Ha. No to both of those. We're going now. Please get out of my home and take this kid with you. My uncle is a bully. He hates people telling him no. My husband and I walked outside with our child, and my husband told my uncle he needed to leave so we could lock the door. My uncle tried walking out of the door, leaving the kid inside. H. Ah, no, I said. We aren't watching him. If you leave him here, I'll call the police for your child abandonment because he isn't going with us. My uncle was livid. You. What is the big deal? We can't take him to this event with us. Just watch him. Again, my husband told him no and that we were leaving. Uncle scooped the kid up and tried to put him in our car, and my husband told him we'd drop him at the police station if he did that. This kid was literally grabbing fistfuls of my uncle's hair and slamming his forehead into the side of my uncle's face. My husband locked the car doors once my son and I were inside, then proceeded to lock the front door. We pulled off with Uncle still standing in the driveway. This was back in the day of basic cell phones, and we turned ours off for our movie. I want to say it was the day after tomorrow. We saw my cousin and his wife were later investigated by CPS, which are cops, because of their child's behaviour, especially when he started school and would violently attack teachers. My cousin's wife did have some words that night. She called us rich and entitled, saying it wasn't fair we treated her little angel like this. She even tried shoving him in on the driver's side when my husband went to get in the car. She would text me for weeks after this, telling me I shouldn't have everything I did, and that her kid was more deserving. So that's that I've seen. I don't know what to think of that, because I haven't really done this ever. So this is kind of different for me. But yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. It's going to be quite a long video though, obviously because of the reading and stuff like that, and I'm not the best at reading. So yeah, this is the next one. Entitled parent wants a refund on student's dining plan. Okay, so a few days ago we had freshman orientation at the college where I work. I was in the dining hall when this particular event happened. Note that all meals were comped by the college this past week, so no one was paying for anything, not students, not faculty or staff, not parents, except for the fancy stuff at the campus version of Starbucks, which is in the front of the dining hall. Mother comes in with her 4 children. One is a new student on our campus. The other 3 are younger siblings. Student shows her new ID card, which is all they had to do this week to get into the dining hall free. Entire family goes through, no one pays for anything. Not 5 minutes later, I hear raised voices near the table. I was sitting fairly close to the cash register in the coffee shop area. Mother and all 4 kids come back up to the cash register, and the mother is yelling that she wants a refund because the only food the dining hall has is burgers and fries and chicken tenders and pizza. The cashier is trying to explain to her that she couldn't give her a refund since all meals were free that day, so she hadn't paid to begin with. And the woman says she wants a refund on her daughter's dining plan because the food isn't worth eating. Note: there is nowhere else nearby where her daughter can get meals. The nearest restaurants and grocery store are in the next town over 15 miles away. And freshmen aren't allowed to have cars on our campus. So if the daughter doesn't have a meal plan with the dining hall, she's not going to be eating. This woman keeps yelling at the poor cashier, who finally calls her manager, who comes up and says that the dining hall itself can't process refunds anyway, and they'd have to talk to campus administration about it. But he reiterated to her that if her daughter didn't have a meal plan, she'd have nowhere to get food. So basically this is a Karen. That'd make a lot of sense. This idiot woman looks at him and says, "Fine, we'll be going over to administration right now, unenrolling her from classes here. She can't possibly go to the school here with nothing to eat but burgers and pizza." The poor daughter was standing there looking absolutely devastated, and the other kids looked mortified. I honestly thought the student was going to start crying. No idea what happened after that because they left the building, but oh my goodness, did I ever feel sorry for that poor girl to be pulled out of a college on her first day because her mother didn't like the food the dining hall served. And if they actually went through with it, I really hope they didn't. She won't be able to get into another school until January at the earliest. And if she was a scholarship student, a lot of our kids are, it may take her a full year to be able to get a scholarship somewhere else. The really sad thing was, the very basic burgers and pizza menu the dining hall was running that day was only because meals were free and they were trying to save money on it. They also knew it would be busy with the parents on campus, so they were making foods that are easy to prepare in mass quantities. Also, if they had stuck around long enough for dinner, they would have gotten much fancier meal options, and starting Monday, there will also be a full salad bar and self-serve deli available at lunch and dinner. But since apparently baby girl was far too important to eat normal food like every other student on just about every college campus out there, they're just going to make her go back home again. The poor kid, and honestly her poor 3 younger siblings too. I feel sorry for them all. See, that one was quite bad. See, I'm happy that my mum isn't an entitled parent, because I wouldn't be able to deal with anything like this. Okay, so I'll read the next two, which is they pay people to do that, and entitled mum tries to call the police in me for being in the woman's department. So they pay people to do that. I, 40F, was an assistant manager at a movie theatre back in the day when Cars was first released. Not sure if this is still a rule now, but Disney required all theatres showing their movies to offer 5 showings a day. Since this was we got literally 5 minutes between seatings to clean up between shows. I was hustling in to help the crew before we had to allow seating, and I came up with a broom and dustpan in hand upon a Karen and her child. Her kid had picked up his snack box and drink cup and was carrying it to the trash can. She tittered and said, "Oh no, sweetie, they pay people to pick that up for you. Put it down." The kid proceeded to squeal with glee and throw the box full of popcorn and half-consumed soda at my feet, where it exploded everywhere. She laughed and waved her hand in my face as if it excused the action. I'm struggling to read, I'm sorry. Then took his hand and tried to walk past me. I stepped in her way and said, "You picked that up." She cackled and waved her hand again, trying to pull a kid up the aisle. I stepped in front of her again and said, "I said, pick that up." She kept grinning and chuckling like it was a fucking joke. I had the kid's soda dripping down my legs and soaking my shoes. I didn't budge. She demanded to speak to my manager. I informed her that he was a bigger asshole than I was, and she wouldn't get anywhere with him before kneeling down to the toddler's level. Looking him dead in the eye and saying, "Don't let your mom turn you into an asshole," she screeched for my manager, my best friend, who laughed in her face, told us to stop littering, and asked her if she'd behave any differently if someone behaved the same way in her house, and to get the fuck out of the theatre. She left the theatre screaming at the top of her lungs that she would never come back. She would tell all her friends to never come back either. We shouted, "Awesome, thank you." She was back literally the next day because she wanted free childcare while she went shopping with her friends. She didn't realise our staff worked pretty much 7 days a week. We had to call the police because she had 8 abandoned children, ages 4 to 13, and we were locking up for the night at 2 a.m. See, that one wasn't as bad, but it was still really bad. So this is the last one that I'm going to read, and then that'll be it. And this is a long one, so strap yourself in. This happened when I was 15 years old. I'm 19 now, so I don't remember the exact dialogue, but I was abnormally tall for a 15-year-old at the time. Context: my mum and I went to Coles because she needed some new jeans, and I was trying to find a birthday gift for my grandmother, who I called Nana, R.I.P. Nana, who was also with us helping my mum. Anyway, I find the gift and I go to the woman's clothing area to wait for my mum, who's in the fitting room, and then that's where this happens. Let me rephrase. Entitled mum tries to call the police in me for being in the woman's department. That is this one. Cast: M, my mum return. Me, EM, entitled mum. Oh wait, hold on. M, my mum. Rerun. Me, EM, entitled mum. NK, nice kid, entitled mum's kid who looks about 14ish. And B is bystander, another shopper maybe in her 60s. Right, so rerun. Browsing YouTube on my phone. M comes out in a nice shirt. M, how does this look? If you're curious, the shirt was black with blue flowers on it. Rerun, great. Great, M. M puts shirt in cart and goes back to try more stuff on. EM and NK walk up. EM, excuse me. Rerun, startled and looks up and immediately knows what's about to go down. Oh my god, hello. EM, why are you in the women's section? You can't be here, you're a man. Rerun, ma'am, my mum's in the fitting rooms and I'm 15 years old. I'm just a bit taller than average. NK, mum, can we not make a scene? He's just waiting for his mum. EM, NK, he's obviously a 20-year-old man checking out girls when they're trying on clothes. Side fact, I'm actually gay and knew it at the time. Ruben, miss, I just told you I'm 15 and my mum is in the fitting room. NK, visibly mortified. Mum, can we please go? EM, not right now, NK. Mummy needs to teach this pervert a lesson. Ruben, ma'am, please leave me alone. EM, screaming like a effing banshee. This man just tried to touch my ass. Rerun, what the hell, lady? I was nowhere near you. Sorry. I was nowhere near you. NK looks even more mortified now. NK, Mum, please stop. EM, I'm gonna call the police on you, you effing sicko. B comes over. B, lady, leave this poor boy alone. He hasn't done anything. EM, he touched my ass. Rerun, I did not. Don't flatter yourself. NK tries to pull... hang on. Tries to pull EM away, but then she gets slapped by EM. NK, ow, Mom. B, what the hell, lady? You can't hit a child. EM, realizing what she just did, runs away, leaving her daughter in the women's department. When we got home, we were on the news that the mum got arrested for child abuse and creating a public disturbance. After this incident, I tried to stay away from women's clothing departments. Right. So that's all of them for today. Because obviously this is just a trial run. I don't want to... obviously I don't want to keep doing this if it's not something you enjoy. And I do really want you to enjoy these sort of videos. So, yeah, if you enjoy these sort of videos, obviously, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and also please let me know if you want to see me do more of these, because these are actually kind of cool. And I know there's other r/ out there, there's other Reddit communities out there, and I know Entitled Parents is a rough one to start on, but there are other Reddit communities out there that I would love to do for you guys. So just let me know if you like the video. Subscribe if you're new, obviously, and obviously leave a thumbs up on the video, because it'll let me know that I could do more of these. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm Research Gaming, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.